Once upon a time, in a forest not so far away, there lived a mighty forest warrior bear named Bjorn the honey badger. Bjorn was a fearsome warrior, but he was also a lover of fine things, especially honey. He would often go on honey hunts with his two companions. There was Piglet, the cruel pig, a fierce little swine with sharp teeth, and an oak-strong soul. Then there was Rabbit the priest, an old soothsayer who communed with the deities through herbs and mushrooms. They were an unlikely trio, but they were the best of friends. One day, disaster struck. The honey in the forest had disappeared. It was as if it had been sucked dry by some monstrous beast, and soon, hunger stalked the forest like a wolf. Bjorn was so overcome with melancholy that he could do nothing but stare into the abyss. But then Piglet came up with a plan. They would journey to the source of the black swarm and do battle with the enemy bees. Bjorn perked up at this. He knew that the black swarm was no match for him. With his great claws and teeth, he could rip their hives to shreds and take back the honey that was rightfully theirs. So the three friends set out on their quest. They traveled for days, and at the end of their journey, they saw it. A massive hive of angry bees guarded by a monstrous queen. Bjorn roared his battle cry and charged forward. The bees flew into a rage and attacked the forest warrior. But Bjorn was too strong for them. He swatted them away with his paws like flies. And when the bee's stinger touched his thick fur, it only made him angrier. Soon, the forest warrior was upon the queen, and with one swift move, he ripped her wings off, sending her crashing to the ground. Defeated, the black swarm fled, and Bjorn and his friends were victorious. Honey flowed like rivers from the smashed hives, and the forest warrior and his companions feasted until their bellies were full. Then, because there was now an endless supply of honey, Bjorn and his friends returned home, where they lived out the remainder of their days in peace and quiet, their legend told in eternal sagas.